I welcome you to Capacity Building's workshop. June happens to be, this year happens to be the foundation's second year anniversary. So part of the celebration is to celebrate caregivers that have actually worked very hard and tirelessly to give children with special needs a better life. So what we want to do today is we're having an interactive session where we bring seasoned people to discuss with us on general terms. One of the things we're talking about is how to develop individualized education plans, and also for caregivers, how to manage stress and burnout and neurodivergence in general. So we welcome you all to be a part of it. We hope for it to be exciting, for it to be wonderful, and I'm very sure it's going to be an amazing time.
I'm here to learn, to network, and probably get contacts that will help me raise funds for what I do in Bielsa with regards to children with special needs.
And I know I'm going to leave here being impacted. I'm here to interact with other therapists, special needs teachers, teachers of SEN, and other professionals as regards to children with special needs, developmental differences, neurodivergent children. I'm here as a resource person for Evangeline Care Wellness and Foundation, an NGO, a body that is passionate about the well-being, the better quality of life of children on the spectrum. I'm here as a resource person. I happen to be the manager of Blazing Heart Autism Center, and I've been invited here to come and equip to the best of my capabilities caregivers who handle children, special needs children, especially on a daily basis. And I'd like to say that this field is a field, this is for the caregivers and therapists who may be newly onboarded or have been in the field for a period of time. I would like to implore them all to have a heart of empathy when you're handling these children. Don't get frustrated, put in your best, have a heart. Come from a place of not sympathy, empathy. Empathy is when you try to wear the shoes of any given situation. I'd like to implore them to have a large heart, be empathetic, be kind, be patient. You are a lifeline for these children. After their parents, you're the next lifeline they have. So that being said, I do hope everyone pays rapt attention, is fully vested in the whole workshop, and we leave with the best of what's the word I'm looking for, the word to use, prolific disposition, better vest in handling special needs children.
It's a privilege to be here. I'm always excited when I have the opportunity to talk with friends, colleagues, those who are in the ministry with us in the world of special needs. So another opportunity to come and talk to them, and hopefully we get to learn more. Of course, we get to learn new things. The more we talk, the more we learn, the more we interact, learning new things and implementing new things, new strategies to help us achieve our goals in the lives of the kids under our care. Okay, and as for advice to my colleagues that will be here, I think one of the importance of coming to things like this is that you get to meet like minds, you get to rub minds. You know, no man is an island, you can't know it all. You get to interact with others, you learn from others, you learn better ways to improve on what you're already doing. So I want to advise everyone here today, be open, be ready, and interact. You're going to learn a lot, and as much as possible, you even learn how to better the things you've been doing before. And as for what I hope to achieve, I just hope to meet new people, get to talk with more people, get to interact with, get new colleagues, so to say. And of course, after the training, keep the relationship and continue to learn new things to help the kids under our care.
Hi, my name is Chima Shilai-Koki, or rather Lady Chima Shilai-Koki, Executive Director, Evangeline Care and Wellness Foundation. Today, we're celebrating our 2 years anniversary with a workshop for carers and caregivers, therapists, and to put in place a number of things to better equip us in handling the children in our space, the special needs space. Evangeline Care Awareness Foundation was established 2 years ago. Why were we established? We understood that there was a gap in the special needs space, and that gap has to do with information, understanding, and how we relate and handle parents and children on the spectrum. That being said, we work by 3 pillars now: mindset, advocacy, inclusion. It's not just enough for us to train the child or grow the child. We need the community, our society, to understand that these children, our children who are differently abled, have a lot to offer. There's one thing that actually set us up in this space before we got to the mindset, advocacy, inclusion. And what was that? We are training the children for our war. Is our war ready for these children? And that kind of is what drives each and everyone, what gives us the passion to keep doing what we are doing. So if I speak to person A, B, C, person A, B, C will speak to B, C, D, E, F, and so on and so forth. And so far, so great. We can't complain. We can comfortably say we have trained specifically, technically, about, in our case, about 15 children in partnership, no, not children, 15 caregivers or therapists in partnership with Global Level and Ephatha in Abuja. We can also say we have done about, these are like our 3rd workshop, I think, serious and active workshop, and we have supported several schools and organizations who are working in this space. But we're going global. How are we going to do that? It's not just, everything is important, we know. But you see, without advocacy, we won't achieve much. And that's why we go by. We have to change the mindset of people to know there's no stigma attached to our differently able children. We just need a better understanding. If we have a better understanding, we will advocate. If we advocate, inclusion becomes a part every day, the way we live. Inclusion becomes second nature to us. So when we see our children, we see even our adults who appear to be a little quirky, like we call them, it'll be very easy for us to say, guy or babe or madam, I've got you. We can do this together. That's who we are.
Dear friends, it is with heartfelt joy that I welcome you to this year's workshop for parents and children with special needs. A gathering that holds even deeper significance. You all know why we're here, it's 2 years ago, as we mark the 2nd anniversary of Evangeline Care and Wellness Foundation. With over 2 years in operation, we have worked hand in hand with families, caregivers, professionals, and advocates, learning, unlearning, relearning, and reshaping what support looks like for children living with autism, ADHD, cerebral palsy, and other developmental conditions. Like I like to say, our neurodiverse children, because it's really a wide spectrum. Things are funny. I mean, there's dyslexia, there's just plain behavioral concerns, mental health challenges, and so on. So it's a neurodiverse space we play in now. This workshop is a celebration of each and every parent. So if you're a parent who has a child who is especially, please clap for yourself. Like we say in Nigeria, it isn't easy. It's a tall order, but once you're committed, things really just push ahead. And then we're celebrating not just the caregivers and parents. I don't really put that here, but I spoke about it in my other videos. Our friends, and those of you here who commit to making it easier for each family to support their child. We have the therapists, the teachers, the Sunday school teachers. Some of you, like myself as us, even love the children more than the biological parents, because we know that behind every child there's a huge well of knowledge. They make us see life differently. They make us have, if you have a one-way look at something, by the time this child says no, you actually begin to question, why did I think that way? That being said, I know it's my welcome speech, but I'm going to give you a little example. Years ago, my son Andrew, there was a teacher, they had a lesson teacher, an English lesson teacher, so they went through some passage and they were talking about soldiers. And whilst we were talking about the soldiers, they said they had caught some of them. And Then I said, since it's their last night and they're about to put them in prison, what do you think the soldier should ask for? You know, everybody's think, oh, want to talk to your family, wants to give your last words. You know, my son said, he simply said, he'll ask for a great meal on the ground. And I was like, why? But that's not what they said. But I said, but there's nothing wrong with that. He knows it's his last night. He wants to make the most of his last night. It doesn't have to be what we expect. So the message here is, children give us a different way. They reshape our ideas and our ideals. They always do that. So please, I thank you all for being such a huge support to our children. Now, our foundation was built on the pillars of mindset, advocacy, and inclusion. Mindset, because we believe true change begins in how we think about, well, I won't actually use the word disability, I will actually replace it with how we think about challenges, because everything is a challenge. Care and our community. Advocacy, because silence keeps systems working, and every voice matters in reshaping policy and perception. Inclusion, because support must be holistic. No one should be left behind, least of all our children, who are really our future. And carers navigating this journey daily. Carers in our therapies, again, the teachers, everybody, we all fall under the category of carers. So our parents, caregivers, and community, this space, ECWF, is for you. So our guest speakers here today, thank you so much. We are grateful and thank you for lending your voice and expertise. As we celebrate this milestone, we remain committed to building safe spaces, informed networks, and inclusive systems for children with special needs and those who care for them. Welcome again, and thank you so much.
Okay, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to attend the workshop conducted by Evangeline's Care and Wellness Foundation. It's been a great time, okay, and I learned so many things, especially when it comes to therapies burnout. We keep working and keep working and keep working, and we do not have the time. And it's obvious that even the therapists need therapy. Okay, I learned some tips, and I'm going to try as much as possible to carry that out. Okay, I also learned about, yes, some good movies to watch. I'm sure that will be a good thing to do to relax also.
I want to thank God today. The workshop indeed was an eye opener. Though we came in to celebrate their second year anniversary, but for me, I'm going home with lots and lots of things. I have learned so much that there are different types of learners in my school with different challenges, and I have to find a way to tailor my instruction to fit every child in the classroom. So I'm going home blessed today. Looking at every individual here today, I noticed that we have one thing or the other we are taking back home. But for me, especially, this area of tailoring my instruction to suit my children, that's what I want to do. I have learned so much, and I want God to bless the organizers of this program. I trust God that when next we are coming back, I'm coming back with a testimony. Thank you. God bless you.